In South Carolina, North Carolina actually. But anyway, it was snowing. Yo, they get crazy when they get a little bit of snow. It's ridiculous.
But whole Atlanta is closed in Atlanta right now. Oh, we live. Hold on. Oh, Dad just did it again. Hold on. Let me mute that. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's the one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We're back with another episode of the AO Podcast. A lot of things popping up over the week. 50-point games. The All-Star voting came out, and the Atlanta Hawks look like they're about to hit the restart button on the PlayStation. So a lot of things is about to happen. A lot of things are going on right now, and got a lot to talk about this week. So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it to my guest, the one and only Bruno Mars of the 2K community, Agent Zero. Say what's up, boy. Say what's up. Say what's up.
Kill yourself. What's going on, people? I don't even watch much NBA this week. I'm losing interest, man. I kind of just want the playoffs to start after the fucking Kyle Korver thing, man. Can we just get to it? Can we get to the Cavs Warriors finals? I just want to get there, man. That's all.
True. And my next guest, well, you already know who it is. One and only Waffle Man, the Kendrick Lamar of YouTube. I forgot he used to call himself that until
Kendrick actually drops good shit though. So.
Oh, dang, that's crazy.
I'm the Gemini of YouTube, yo. You already know what it is, boy. Can we get the hashtags King of New York going in the chat, please?
We get a hashtag Melo is, not Melo, but the Knicks are garbage in the chat. That's what we need to get.
Listen, man, don't worry about the Knicks. Worry about your Lakers, boy. Don't worry about the Knicks.
Yo, low key, that might be the realest thing you done said. Worry about my Lakers.
I'm good, man. I'm on break.
But the Lakers weren't expected to do good. The Knicks were supposed to make the playoffs.
True. But yo, let's jump right into it, like Agent hinted in his intro. For people out there who don't know what's going on in the last 48 minutes, and I will be dropping a video on this tomorrow as well, but for people out there who don't know what's going on, the Atlanta Hawks, it looks like they're starting to just restart or at least refresh the window page and trying to get some new assets and kind of break everything down for their entire roster. They traded already Kyle Korver to the Cavaliers, really didn't receive much, a draft pick, potentially even Mike Dunleavy or Mo Williams, and then they're shopping Paul Millsap, something that I think a lot of people expected them to do, especially if the season didn't turn out the way they were going to. After making a few off-season moves, such as Dwight Howard and making sure they got Kent Bazemore back and then signed Schroeder to an extension, it does seem like they're moving in a different direction. However, what that direction is, I personally don't know. What do y'all think? I think Agent has a lot to say about this. What do you think about what they did with Kyle Korver and where you think Paul Millsap might go?
The NBA, if the NBA is gonna make shit like the Rose Rule or the Arenas Rule, they're gonna make these things just so so the players can benefit. Can we do something for the fans, man? Yo, how about the rest of the 28 teams? You don't give a fuck about them no more. Like it's cool to have talent on one team. This shit can be fun to watch, especially when Golden State is out there shooting lights out or LeBron and Kyrie out there being clutch. All right, that shit is fun to watch. But yo, there is no rule against something like this. I want y'all to understand how crazy it is that this is happening. This happens in the MLB. This happens in European leagues most of the time because there's no salary cap. So the biggest teams can just pay for the best players as much as they want. So they all end up on one team because, for example, the Yankees are willing to spend the most, or the Red Sox. But for it to happen on a salary cap league, that's crazy to me. Lots of it is just bird rights. Bird rights is like the loophole everybody uses, so they go way over the luxury tax. To me, at the end of the days, I wish it was more competition. It kills the interest. Like, what's the point of watching? I'll wait till trade deadline. We'll see if something changes with any of the teams that are close to contending, like the Clippers. The Spurs might have to make a move now. The Raptors. Literally OKC, Houston. Houston's been playing really good. Like, unless those guys make a trade at trade deadline, we know who's going to be in the finals. Unless, like, a major injury occurs, but assuming nothing like that happens. And that's just not fun for me. I don't like to know like that. And I've been watching basketball for a while now, and I've never experienced, like, I know what's going to happen. This isn't even interesting. Like, even when the Lakers were dominant and the Celtics were dominant, like, I didn't know for a certainty that those two teams would be in the finals because there was still a ton of competition they had to go up against. But it's not like that anymore. I don't think there's any team that could beat those two in a seven game series, man. Except we'll see if the Spurs can pull it together. But Spurs might be the only hope in the West. And in the East, unless Millsap goes to the Raptors, and then even if that happens, there might not be hope regardless.
Yo, just in case for the people out there who don't know, Agent last night when we found out that the that Kyle Korver got traded to the Cavs, literally lost his mind as if Kyle Korver was like Ray Allen himself. like Ray Allen is prime.
Kyle
He was like,
Korver
oh my god.
He is though. Kyle Korver is lights out.
I think you over. I think it's a trade, and I think it obviously makes a great team even better. But I don't think it's as deep as you are.
They got Mike Dunleavy and a protected pick back for Korver. That's what pisses me off. Like, what the fuck was Atlanta thinking? That trade forget it.
I think they just needed to get something though. I don't because I think from my understanding, Atlanta wasn't really going to go out there and try to sign him back to a contract after the season was over with. So they wanted to get at least something back from him, and so that's what they did. So it is what it is. Yo, what will you say about the Cavs and the moves that they made and Adrian, you didn't say nothing about the what is it called? The Paul Millsap. You think Paul Millsap is going to go to Toronto?
There was articles that came out this week saying if Horford stayed with Atlanta, the Hawks are ready to give Millsap to the Raptors. And who knows, maybe this Korver trade might mean they completely blow things up. And considering Millsap, I believe next year has a player option, it would make sense to move him. And the Raptors are a team that have a lot of young talent to offer. But I think Millsap's going to go. It's just a matter of like which team's going to offer the most for him. If they keep Millsap though, they're holding a massive L. Like there's no point in keeping Millsap now.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're keeping Millsap because, like you said, it seems like they're just moving forward and they're trying to put themselves in a different direction. Personally, I don't know what direction that is, but yeah, I don't think they're going to keep Millsap, especially the way his contract is structured for the rest of the his obligation. Yo, what do you think about the moves that the Cavs did, and where you think Paul Millsap is going to go?
Oh, I think like Kyle Korver said, that's the best spot he can go to at his career at this point, because him. Channing Frye out there from 3 coming off the bench, that's going to be huge, especially since J.R. Smith is out about, 8 to 10 more weeks. Now that they got Kyle Korver, he kind of feels – he doesn't feel the complete shoes, but, he's going to be a guy that's going to be rejuvenized to play with the Cavs since they like to move the ball around. And all you got to do is just sit in the corner like Agent does on 2K and just spot up, shoot that open 3, and that's it. You don't got to worry about a single thing. The defensive end, listen, everyone that plays with LeBron James, their defense gets better by like 0.2%, at least 1%. So defensively, he's still going to be, he's going to be a part. He's not going to play too many minutes, but he's going to come in there, give you a couple of threes, maybe 6-9 points sometimes. Even last year, if you saw in the playoffs, Channing Frye, what Channing Frye did, this nigga had some crazy playoff games, shooting phenomenal from 3. And if you remember what LeBron James did with Mike Miller back with the Heat, and Ray Allen, give LeBron 3-point shooters all over the place, and that team is just going to be crazy.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, sorry to cut you, but I think that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be Miller. He's supposed to be Channing Frye. I think you're overreacting, Agent Loki. But go ahead and go off.
No, but Kyle Korver is going to be a fine. The fact that they even got Kyle Korver for for a pick though, that's it. That's crazy. And supposedly they're still going to be adding some another piece. They might get either I've been hearing some Mario Chalmers talk as a backup PG, or even Rajon Rondo, which is unlikely, but you never know with the Cavs, boy. They just pulling out stops out of nowhere. There's a great franchise one right there.
Yeah, why don't we just start renting players to those two teams? Yeah, for $10,000, you can have DeRozan for this game.
You're making it seem like they're superstars.
It's not okay for all the best players to be hoarded up on 2 teams.
Listen, they want to play with the Cavs.
Not one of the best players. Man, come on, you bugging right now.
LeBron, Kyrie,
Kyle Korver, he's not one of the best players.
I understand that, but he doesn't have to be the best player. He is perfect for what the Cleveland needs. Yo, dodge some screens and hit the 3. That's all he needs to do. But that is exactly what Cleveland needed. It is like Cleveland got a gem and they gave back a couple rocks. Atlanta is out of their mind for making that trade, knowing that that's the exact player that Cleveland needed, and they only got back Mike Dunleavy in a protected pick. That shit does not make sense to me.
And so, they give up Mo Williams, but I think he's retired.
Yeah, I think you overreact. I think you're stretching a little bit because
I'm not overreact. It's not entertaining for me to watch this bad. It used to be entertaining for me in 2005. I don't know who the fuck is gonna win. I'm gonna watch the regular season and watch these teams fight it out. But are we watching to see second place now? Because it doesn't matter. You're doing the regular season to reach the finals, and you know who's gonna be in the finals now. There's no point in the regular season. Let's just skip to it. Let's go to the playoffs right now, and we can just see everybody.
Let's be clear. That's the Eastern Conference anyway, and it's been that way for at least 7 years now.
I understand that, but now it's similar with the West because KD left OKC. And now It's remember when Cleveland first got together? I know now you're like, oh, they didn't really have anybody aside from the big three. No, they were picking up all kinds of veterans whose sole purpose it was to spot up and shoot. That's the exact role they needed. And I was like, Sean Marion's gonna go on that team. Who was that guy that keeps hitting people in the balls? What was his name? That bitch. I forgot his name.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Oh, him too, but it wasn't him. He's not a vet. I'm blanking on his name, but they had so much vets at the time. You said who?
Oh, you talking about in Miami?
No, well, I think he played with LeBron in Miami too, but he was with Cleveland last year in the finals.
Was it James
Richard
Jones?
Jefferson,
Right?
James Jones? I don't know who you're talking about.
Anyway, yo, it's just a little frustrating to me, man. I'm not gonna lie, watching Golden State play with all those players, it's fun. It's like watching a fucking all-star team or watching Cleveland. LeBron's gonna slam on someone, then Kyrie's gonna bang. But for the rest of the NBA, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just disappointing.
I think you bugging. I think you're just going over the top with the Kyle Korver. I mean, Kyle Korver. That's like saying like if a team needed a rebound,
Forgetting how nice that guy is. Then people are.
No, he is. He's great. But I'm just saying he's a great shooter, phenomenal shooter. Matter of fact, but everybody keeps like you're saying it like if a team needed a rebounder and they got Bismack Biyombo, you're like, oh my god, they get all the great players because they got what they need.
That's exactly what they. Yo, people, y'all sleep.
But that's just great. It's just great management. That's great organization.
It's not great management. It's Atlanta.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be at some point. It's gotta be great management, right? I mean, how did this team get? First of all, if you think about
LeBron went to go back to his home. LeBron is the general manager right now.
No, but if all Cleveland had to do was give a draft pick and a doggone Mike Dunleavy or Mo Williams or somebody, then if they were able to get away with that for a player, because I agree with you, they got the short end of the stick. But if they able to get away with that, then yeah, it's great management on the Cavs. I don't understand like why you think that's bad management. The Toronto Raptors ain't do nothing. They ain't give nobody. Exactly.
It's not even trade deadline yet. They're gonna make it. There's a lot of teams about to.
No, but what I'm saying is Toronto could have used Kyle. Almost any team could use Kyle Korver, right? So it's not like he wasn't specifically to one or two teams. A lot of teams could have used Kyle Korver. So it's not like he's only specific to one or two teams. However, the Cavs were the one who made the decision and made the moves before everybody else.
That's annoying. They lost Mike. Okay, let's pretend like Mike Dunleavy doesn't exist.
Yeah, Mike Dunleavy's nothing. You're right.
Nothing. They didn't pick. I haven't looked into it to know how far protected it is, but it's not even like, let's say Cleveland falls off and it becomes a golden pick. It's nothing like that. It's they're getting a late round pick. I'm hoping they blow things up at this point. Because remember, Atlanta was the same team that held on to Horford, hoping he'd re-sign, and he didn't. He left. And so I think they're trying to learn from their mistake, and they're trying to dash people before they leave him. But it's like, if you're gonna do that, like, you're not gonna get nothing back for it. And you know what? You know what's funny is they took the Cavs offer, which means they got worse offers from other teams. So this was the best offer they got. So I don't know, man.
I mean, no team needs Kyle Korver. Who needs Kyle Korver, really?
You don't think any team needs a fucking lights out spot up shooter?
A veteran old player who
even if he's coming off the bench, there's a bunch of teams on the East and in the West that need Kyle Korver.
Listen, it's not about that. It's about where Kyle Korver wants to go.
No, it's not. He got traded.
He can't.
Exactly. He got traded.
So spam the L's for Waffle in the chat right now.
How's that an L, nigga?
That doesn't make no fucking sense.
You see multiple. Nigga, you seen. Why does it matter? Nigga, he's been on the team for a while there. And
he's not traded. But if it was Kyle Korver, if it was not the Kyle Korver, he would never have left. He would have stayed on the team. That's why it's a trade.
That's an L. That's an L right there, Wav. I don't
know what you're talking about. But this is what I'm saying is this. One, Kyle Korver, I think you're overreacting, agent. Kyle Korver, great player. He's obviously making a better team. He's making a great team better. And I understand the frustrations. However, again, they got basically nothing in return for Kyle Korver. And if Kyle Korver is that great of an asset, then you probably should be looking at your team for why they didn't do anything to make that move. But you should probably be looking at every other team in the West why they didn't make that move. Because Kyle Korver could go on practically any team in the entire league and make them significantly better, especially trying to space the floor out. But personally, when it comes to Paul Millsap, Atlanta, I think that right there would be a stupid move. I think that would be a worse move if Atlanta trades him to Toronto. That would be way worse than Kyle Korver because you're handing over.
Because the difference between
it's not. It does not. I mean, it does. It does to a degree. But you're handing over one of the best power forwards to
leaving next year. He's leaving. He's gone.
He might stay if he goes to Toronto though. You don't necessarily know that,
stay, right?
No, I'm talking about Paul Millsap. I'm saying Paul Millsap because the rumor is, or what people are saying is Paul Millsap going to Toronto. I think that is a worse decision for the Hawks than the Kyle Korver thing. Because if Paul Millsap goes to
offer him back,
no, that's what I'm saying. If Paul Millsap goes to, or they trade him, because it's not really they gonna get that much. But if Toronto gets Paul Millsap, then if Paul Millsap ends up staying on a team that is at some regard might be a title contender, you just gave a team that's in your conference one of the best power forwards in the league.
They're not contending anymore. It won't matter to them. And Millsap will be leaving the next year. So as long as they're not contending that year, it doesn't affect them. But listen to this. First of all, Waffle, you did take it out because it doesn't matter what Korver thinks. He can't control how he's traded unless he has a no-trade clause. Second thing is the Raptors are different. The Raptors and Celtics have something in common, is maybe the Celtics a lot more. They have valuable draft picks, and more for the Raptors, they have a lot of fucking good young talent. The Raptors have so many players like Norman Powell, who's sitting behind Terrence Ross and DeMar Carroll, that he's not going to get a chance to play, but he's really fucking talented, and he showed it last year in the playoffs against the Pacers and the Heat. He was one of the only players to step up from the bench. So I'm saying if they're giving the Atlanta team that's choosing to rebuild right now talent like Norman Powell, Siakam's been exploding, Lucas Nogueira has been killing it. He picked up Biyombo's role quick this year. Those types of players it's part of the reason why Raptors have one of the best benches in the NBA. Is the Hawks are going to want that shit. That's beautiful young talent that's been in the Raptor D-League for a while and finally graduated to the Raptor team. So the Raptors don't really have to give away a top talent, and they can get Millsap. Or else Millsap's just going to leave next year, and they're not going to get anything back. And it probably includes some picks or whatever. It'll probably Terrence Ross will be included in that trade too, because he's stuck on contract for I think like 3 or 4 more years. But that's a good trade for the Hawks. What Kyle?
I don't think it's because again you're putting a top player in the position in the Eastern Conference, and it's not like Atlanta. But it's not like Atlanta's about to just bottom out of nowhere. Even if they make the trades to get, no, they're not. Even if they get the trades,
they trade Millsap.
And let's say hypothetically they trade Millsap, they get Terrence Ross, Jared Sullinger, maybe Patrick Patterson. They get some solid pieces around Dwight Howard and Dennis Schroeder. That team still, especially how weak this Eastern Conference is, that is still a team that could potentially make the playoffs. And then depending on what they do in the all season, that is still a team that can make the playoffs.
Are they going to win?
What I'm saying is if you end up putting one of the top players in their position at power forward on a team that's in your conference, then yes, it makes it harder for you to make.
You're saying that shit like it. Yo, listen, the Hawks trade Millsap to whatever team. Let's say it's a random team in the Eastern Conference. Millsap's likely going to leave next year regardless. And so if Millsap's going to leave next year.
You think if he goes to Toronto, he's going to leave?
Let's say he goes to Toronto and he leaves Toronto the next year. It doesn't matter.
You think he's going to leave?
You said what?
I don't think he's going to leave if he goes to Toronto. Like, that's a team to be on.
What is that? There's so many players who have left Toronto. What are you talking about?
No, but Toronto wasn't the same team that they are right now. Come on, chill. That team is in a situation right now where they could potentially make the next step to move forward. And if Paul Millsap feel like he can be part of the piece that makes them contend with the Cavaliers and eventually contend with whoever comes out the West, then he would stay on that team. It's not that many. It's because if you look at all the other teams, what I'm saying is you're gonna complain about Kyle Korver. How the fuck you not gonna complain about Paul Millsap?
The Raptors don't have a fucking super team. Even with Millsap, they don't stand a chance against the top 2 teams.
All I'm saying is, so we can move on to this. All I'm saying is just one team getting the pieces that they need to make their run to go into the finals. Toronto is looking to do the exact same thing with Paul Millsap, and Kyle Korver went to the Cavaliers. That don't mean no fucking super team was all of a sudden built because Kyle Korver is on the Cavaliers. That team was already great. So them adding a piece that they need. Come on, chill.
I think I have more of a problem with players getting together and teaming up like it's a rec game. Like, whatever. I don't care what the logistics are. I don't care how it's done or what can be done about it. I just know it makes it less interesting to watch the regular season. That's what I mean.
Your team trash anyway. It don't matter what they get. They're not beating the Cavs. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see y'all live and direct. 191 people in here. So let's move on to the All-Star game, talking about these picks. For everybody, go ahead and hit the link in the description to my channel. Not to my channel, my Twitter. I have the voting up so far. Here, I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. But go ahead and hit that link. go ahead and go to my Twitter page and you'll see it pinned up. Because right now we have the votes so far for the All-Star game. It looks extremely suspect. I'm gonna try to screen share as well. It looks hella suspect. I don't know. Have y'all seen these votes so far?
Yeah. Of course, it's
Let
on
me
the screen
pop
right now.
this up. Oh, I don't think it is right now. Hold on, just bam. All right, let me pop it up though. Let me pop it up. Let me see. Y'all tell me if y'all can see that or not in the chat, because I'm pretty sure y'all can. I don't know. Yo, there you go. Okay, I can see it. Okay. For people out there, like I said, if you can't see it, sorry, but go ahead and hit that link. My Twitter is in the description as well. Everybody else's Twitter as well. People out there who don't know, before I run off this list real quick, the way that the voting is working this year, they fix it up just in case a player like Zaza Pachulia might get into the All-Star game, which he still might anyway. They fix it up to where fans have 50%. Really, fans should have no percent at all. But fans have 50%. The media has 25%, and the players in the NBA, they have another 25% as well. Fans still have favorability when it comes to picking the All-Stars. And a few questions about the voting so far. Let's start in the backcourt in the Eastern Conference. At number 1, you got Kyrie Irving. 2, Dwayne Wade. 3, DeMar DeRozan. 4, Isaiah Thomas. 5, Derrick Rose. 6, Kyle Lowry. 7, John Wall. 8, Jeremy Lin. 9 is Kemba Walker. And 10 is Avery Bradley. If I'm not mistaken, the only player that I feel like probably should have gotten more votes and probably should be up there is Bradley Beal, but that team is still struggling. Anything I gotta say about that list before we move on to the bigger things?
Yeah, if they're gonna have fan voting, make that bitch 100%. I don't want this none of this 50% media or 25% media, 25% players. Like, why are they trying to overcomplicate things? Like, yo, if you're gonna put fans in there, I'm gonna vote Zaza in there. If you're not, then you gotta remove. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the NBA does a lot of experimenting when it comes to All-Star game. They switch up the format all the time. And I mean, it works, I guess, right? I mean, the All-Star game last year was a phenomenal success. But then again, yo, who's really watching Sunday? Everyone's watching Saturday. That's what I know.
True.
I mean, some people watch Sunday. But speaking of you're talking about the guards, right?
Yeah.
I think Rose should be up there, by the way.
Rose should not even be on this list. Let's be clear. Rose shouldn't even be on this list.
Well, Jeremy Lin's on the list too, so.
You're right. Jeremy Lin should be on this list either.
But I think if you look at the guards, you know, they got a cool list. Of course, I think Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose should be way down, if not on the list. But this list,
yeah, you admit Derrick Rose shouldn't be on the list?
I'm not voting. I didn't vote for nigga. That's not me. Those are the fucking Bulls fans like STG who's still hopping on that Derrick Rose bandwagon. When this nigga been
let me get my effects real quick. Let me get my effects. Let me stop presenting this shit. Let me give you a round of applause, yo, because that's what's up. I didn't think you were gonna ever admit that he ain't no goddamn because he not no All-Star.
I already say he wasn't an All-Star. He's not even this nigga. There you go.
A round of applause.
First of all, anyways, there's just way too many Eastern Conference point guards that are better than him anyways. But Kemba Walker should be higher for what he's doing with his team. You know, John Wall has been playing good as well. His team just getting into the playoffs, still in the playoff picture. But Dwayne Wade, man, I don't know, man.
Too high. Way
too high for what he's given to the Bulls. It's not even his team on the Bulls, it's Butler's team. And it's not like the Bulls are playing fantastic. You know, second half of the Eastern Conference teams are almost in the same boat with 2-3 games of each other. So it's not like he's doing anything crazy. But it's kind of sad to see that Wade's above DeRozan. It's sad to see that Wade's above Isaiah Thomas, who's actually averaging 27 points per game, who's a monster at 5'9".
Ridiculous.
But y'all niggas got to vote, man. But I mean, it's good that at least the Eastern Conference, not the Eastern Conference, it's the freaking voting is 50% fans and 50% media and players this time. So
you know why the fans get 50% though, right? Because the NBA
fans shouldn't get a vote at all.
But it's not for that reason. They do it because they're trying to drive social interaction. The NBA is already the best at that in North America, maybe one of the best leagues in the world at it. And it's for stuff like this. NBA is one of the only leagues doing shit like this. Fans vote by putting hashtags on Twitter, and then you retweet them. Like, just, I mean, there's a lot of like managerial reasons why it's happening. I don't think And I mean, I guess the system they're using this year is to kind of circumvent what almost happened last year, Zaza Pachulia making it in the All-Star game. I wish she made it in, yo. Could you imagine the commentators trying to?
It would be one of the most disrespectful things.
It probably would, yeah.
It would be literally people would have like a major problem with it if Zaza made it. But the reason why, not only that, is when people sit there and they'll say like, "Oh, the fans should have voting because they gotta see players that they want to see." They act like the media members or the players aren't going to put in the same players that everybody else wants to see as well. The media members are the same people. They're fans. They're going to see the same people. They're like media members are going to put in fucking Tim Duncan, Zach Randolph, and Marcus Gasol instead of putting in like Blake Griffin. Like they're going to put in the same players. So like, calm down. But with the guards, specifically with me, like Waffle said, Dwayne Wade is way too high, especially because the year that DeMar DeRozan, Isaiah Thomas, and Kyle Lowry is having. So he's way too high in my opinion. Jeremy Lin shouldn't be on the list. And if Derrick Rose is on the list, he should be 10th. He should be at the bottom. And Kemba Walker is way too low.
Damn. Fuck.
He's
Yeah,
way too low.
Jabari's playing better than him.
Jesus Christ. That nigga
let's go to the front court though, because I think that's what everybody's in here for, because everybody saw the title of this this podcast. I don't know if y'all saw the title of this podcast is Melo is not an all-star. We'll see if he is, because I don't think he is, but we'll see about it. In the front court, 10 players. You got LeBron James, Giannis, then Kevin Love, Joel Embiid, which is a joke. 5 is Carmelo Anthony. 6 is Jimmy Butler. 7 is Porzingis. 8 is Paul George. 9 is Hassan Whiteside, and 10 Jabari Parker. I'll go first on this real quick. The reason why I said people out there are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're hating again." The reason why I said that Carmelo Anthony isn't an all-star is because if you really think about it, if Carmelo Anthony doesn't get the popular vote, or if he doesn't get like voted in the starting, I don't know if he's gonna make this list. I don't think he's gonna make the all-star game, because if the front court consists of, let's say voting wise, with the fan voting, it might consist of LeBron, Giannis, and let's just say maybe Jimmy Butler, right? Those are the 3 players, and I think those are the 3 players that should start. Step back. Carmelo at that point is competing with Kevin Love, Porzingis, Paul George, Paul Millsap, because they don't have nobody on the Atlanta Hawks on his list. He's also competing with, if you want to throw Whiteside in that conversation as well. I feel like I'm missing some teams. I'm competing with Andre Drummond as well. There's a lot of other players that mean more, in my opinion, to their team than what Carmelo Anthony is doing with his organization right now. If anything, if anybody would make the All-Star game on the New York Knicks, it should be Porzingis. So if Porzingis makes it, I don't necessarily know if they give Carmelo the look at that point, especially because, again, if he doesn't make it in a popular vote, then you're leaving it up to media members, or not media members, you're leaving it up to coaches to make the decision. And I don't necessarily know if Butler isn't in that conversation. He isn't a starter. Porzingis isn't a starter. Paul George isn't a starter. I mean, I think I would put all 3 of those players over Carmelo Anthony. So that's the reason why I think that Carmelo might not actually make the All-Star game. But what do you think about your New York natives? 2 players in the front court, Porzingis and Carmelo Anthony. Who do you think is going to make it out of those 2 players? Or do you think both of them are going to make it? You think both of them will make it?
Well, first of all, this list, this list has some flaws in it, of course. First of all, I have to say that when this list started, it was, of course, December 25th, the Christmas games and stuff like that. And at that time, the Knicks were about, 4th place in the Eastern Conference. So the votes at that time would make sense. At this point in time, no, don't make sense no more. However, even though they're still within 2 or 3 games grass, I can't give any of the Knicks the nod for the All-Star game. But I will say, if you're going to choose between Carmelo Anthony and Porzingis, I'd have to give the nod to Carmelo because without Carmelo Anthony, if you watch these games and you watch every single games, this team is completely lost, man. Completely lost. I understand Porzingis is coming, but he's not there yet. And even if you're watching this Bucks game right now, the Bucks are double teaming Carmelo Anthony every possession. Every possession, the double team. Melo with the pull-up, brick squad. But they're double teaming him every possession because he still can get his 20. I mean, last game he had 30, and they lost by Giannis's out, which I'm proud that people respect Giannis. I don't know how he got the 500K because apparently he said that people misspelling his names and he would have had 1 million votes. But shout out to Giannis. Kevin Love is playing phenomenal.
I agree with you that.
I don't know about Joel Embiid. I think people are
that's a joke.
Going on the Joel Embiid hype train, but they want to see him and Rihanna get together, so I understand it.
That is the biggest joke.
But I mean, listen, Paul George having 138,000 votes, it's the Pacers fan, and I think people have seen the Pacers team, they be like, oh, this team is disappointing, man. And Paul George, people think that Paul George fell off because they expected such a big season from Paul George. They expected a DeMar DeRozan type season from Paul George. But, you know, Paul George is Paul George. Now, Jimmy Butler deserves a lot more votes. He should be like, what, third on that list? He should be third on that list. But, you know, Bulls fans will vote for Wade before they vote for Butler, so.
Which is the dumbest thing in the world. Y'all are so
you know, I just realized that is ridiculous.
They voted Dwayne Wade over Jimmy Butler. I mean, they in different positions. One's the front court, one the back court. But if you just look at the votes, Jimmy Butler only got 189, where Dwayne Wade got 278. And what makes it worse is that in the back court, there's only 2 positions, but in the front court, there's 3. So you could have still picked LeBron and Giannis and still got Jabari. You still could have squeezed in Jimmy Butler, but they didn't even do that. They were like, nah. I see what Jimmy Butler's doing. I see him put up 50 points. I see him being the face of the franchise. Fuck that, man. I'm getting Dwayne Wade in that All-Star game. That's crazy, yo.
They probably want to see Dwayne Wade and LeBron.
There's probably a lot of Heat fans, by the way, voting for Wade too.
Yeah, I guess
so. I just feel like he should have a lot more respect. That is a little crazy. What you think about it, Bruno Mars?
I don't like the front. I just hope that Dame plays on the East or some shit, because the West is too stacked for the East to be having bums like this, even remotely in. You know what I mean? Like there's too little talent.
I wouldn't label nobody on that list of bum on the front court.
I'm exaggerating clearly, but because we're gonna talk about the West, and there's gonna be some major snubs. But when we talk about the East, there's no snubs. There might be some people that they maybe make. There's no snubs in the East though. There's gonna be some major snubs in the West. So we'll see. I hope Jimmy. Well, now that the fans don't have all the vote, I think Jimmy Butler and those kinds of players are gonna make it. But I still think the West is easily the more interesting talk.
Also, wait, let's get something clear though, because again, that thing is something that I think people want to hear in the comments and stuff like that. Is Carmelo Anthony making an All-Star game? Because I don't think y'all really answered that question. Because the way I'm looking at it, LeBron, Giannis, I doubt Kevin Love is going to get it, but I think it's LeBron, Giannis, and Jimmy Butler. That's going to be the starters. Oh, he's not going to be a starter, right? So if he doesn't get the popular vote, do you think coaches are going to vote him in? Because if LeBron, Giannis, and Jimmy Butler get in through popular voting, and then the left is rest to the coaches, then I think he has to squeeze in with five or six different. No, how many? No, 4. He has 4 different slots, if I'm not mistaken, to squeeze in. And I think there's 4 other players that you can put over him.
But this is only you're talking about the coaching voting though.
Yeah, the coaching voting, but after the coaching is 4. I think it's 4 more spots in the front court for the coaching voting.
Oh, 4 more spots for the front court?
Yeah, for the front court, because there's 2 in the guards.
I think they take all the small forwards in, because on that list, Butler, George.
Then so, but if it's LeBron, Giannis, and Butler, that's a starting, or at least we're assuming, right? You still have Paul George, you still have Porzingis.
I don't know if you have Porzingis.
I'm just naming people out. You still have Paul George, Porzingis, Kevin Love. You still have Atlanta has nobody in there at all, so you still might. They probably will. They're for sure probably going to put Paul Millsap in there. Going to give him some love. And then
was he there last year?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some coaches with Al Horford. You never know about that. Then you got Andre Drummond. You got to think about that as well. I think it's. I'm just saying for people out there, if Carmelo Anthony doesn't make the All-Star game, especially with the Knicks going on a losing streak right now, if he does not make the All-Star game, y'all don't need to be surprised. Because I'm looking at it, and I don't know, yo. I don't think it's as clear-cut as I think a lot of people claim it to be. Especially if some messed up stuff happened, like Joel Embiid gets in there or Kevin Love gets in there. That's not really messed up, but if Kevin Love gets a spot, if Kevin Love gets a starting role, then he has to now compete with Paul George, Porzingis, and Jimmy Butler. I don't think
he's competing with Porzingis though. Because if you're going to take a Nick, you take Carmelo. in my
All
opinion.
right, I mean, you say that and we talk about voting and who getting votes. Carmelo Anthony, 189,000 votes. Porzingis, 184,000 votes. It's literally a separation of 5,000 votes we're talking about. So it's close. It's close. I think the New York Knicks fans, they getting
close,
tired
but
of
you
that
know
old ass.
they're Knicks fans that don't know what they're talking about, boy.
That's the reason why fans shouldn't be voting. Speaking of such, let's go ahead and go to the guards in the Western Conference. We got Stephen Curry, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, which is crazy that Steph is one. Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Eric Gordon, which is pretty high in my opinion. Manu Ginobili, which is still crazy. Andre Iguodala and Zach LaVine. What do y'all think about that? I think Dame is a for sure snub this year. I think it's just kind of set in stone.
Wait, he wasn't there last year, right?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
What would that be? He wouldn't be there for like 3 years
Dame
straight.
deserve it this year because his team is 16 and 22.
Yeah, low-key, I'm thinking about. I don't think Dame even deserves it this year. I don't think it's a snub.
He's been injured for a little bit recently, but outside of that,
I don't. If you compare what he's doing, what Curry, Harden, Russell, Klay Thompson, and Chris Paul are doing, which are the 5 guards that are probably going to make it. No, I don't think he's going to do. You don't think he's going to make it this year?
Yeah, it's just too many.
It's 5 guards. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's two backups, 2 startings, and then the reserve one. So yeah, that's 12. So yeah. I don't think he's going to make it. I'm trying to think of any
conference team, bro.
Or they should not even have conferences. Just don't do conferences. How about that? Just don't do conferences. Don't do conferences. You have no problem. You just don't have this problem at all. You have conferences. You have certain problems. Outside of that, though, I think the guards are pretty straightforward. If I'm not mistaken, in the West, the front court is where things get a little touchy. So y'all got anything to say about that, or y'all good?
What about the guards?
Yeah. Stephen Curry should be one.
I'm surprised that Westbrook doesn't have 200,000 votes, guys. I mean, this man's average 200,000. I mean, look at everyone.
He has 500,000.
Westbrook?
Yeah, Westbrook has 500,000. James Harden has 519, and Curry has 523.
The fuck are you looking at?
Oh, what? I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the wrong. I don't know. This list is.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong list. 200,000 isn't even. 200,000 is not
You're
even Klay Thompson. You
bro.
bugging? Yeah, you bugging.
No, I'm not looking at. This can't be last year's. I'm talking about this list right here.
I don't know what you're looking at, bro. I told you to go to my Twitter page. Boy, go to that Twitter page. Twitter.com/Legend of Winning, boy. Let me see. What is this? This doesn't even look like an official. This doesn't even look like an official page. What is this?
Let me see. Oh, you right?
Yo, you're bugging. I don't know what page this is. Yo. Yeah, you're bugging. Well, I'm about to say, but yeah, what do you think? What you about to say about that list though? Because I think that list is actually pretty straightforward. I don't think there's really much to say about that list. Because I don't think Dame is going to make it.
I thought it was the same list, except the votes are wrong.
Yeah, the votes are wrong. Yeah.
Did you have the same list, but the votes were wrong?
Oh, for the guards in the Western Conference, the votes are wrong.
Yeah. So we go with the votes.
Yeah, the guards. Yo, that might never make an All-Star game.
Yeah, low-key Dame might never, because none of them guards, maybe Chris Paul, but I don't think, especially not Klay Thompson, Russ, or James Harden, or Steph Curry, none of them are like slowing down anytime soon. So Dame about to take an L for many years.
What I tell you about Eric Gordon, man? That man climbing up.
Low-key he is. 6 man?
Nice.
6 man? 6 man a year, right? All right, then.
Well, I get it.
Who? Who did you say? I think you said John Wall. John Wall. Yo, let's move on to the front court, yo. Western Conference front court. This is where things get extremely interested, because the fans are really just pushing their luck with this fan voting. At 1, you have Kevin Durant. 2, you have Zaza Pachulia. 3, you have. Well, let me put the number out for Zaza too. So Kevin Durant has 451,000. Zaza has 439,000, which is ridiculous. Then Kawhi at 3rd, he has 100,000 less than Zaza Pachulia, just so people understand how much of a gap there is. So Kevin Durant 1, Zaza 2, Kawhi 3, Anthony Davis 4th, Draymond 5th, DeMarcus 6th, Carnty Towns 7th, LaMarcus Aldridge 8th, Blake Griffin 9th, which is a joke too, and 10th is Marc Gasol. Yo, Agent, go and talk on this, man. Go and get on that Bruno Mars.
Yo, can we go ahead and get Zaza in the fucking game, bro? Go
Low
ahead and
key,
vote for
no,
Zaza, yeah. Yo, the only way
one thing I
move
want people to do
is if y'all vote Zaza in. Y'all vote Zaza in, they'll move fan voting for sure next year.
Yo, low key, yeah, you might as well have to do it. You might have to take the NBA might have to just learn a lesson and never let them do it again. Yo, low key, if there's one thing I want to happen, we need to have a starting lineup with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. That's what we need to do. I think Steve Kerr is probably gonna be the coach. I don't think Steve Kerr is gonna put Russ and KD out there too long. Like, I think if they start, then he's gonna start them. But if he's coming off the bench, I think they just change it up every single time. Maybe put him out there a few minutes. They need to be on the court the same time. I need to feel that animosity. I need Russell Westbrook. I need Westbrook to be like, nah, KD not getting no touches tonight. So I'm just gonna ball hog this.
Spam Melo's in the chat, please. Can we get Melo in the chat? Game winner almost. Let's see what's happening.
Hey, you bugging? Well, my bad for cutting you off.
Game winner almost.
Almost.
They gotta play
game
defense
winner almost.
Okay, Giannis. Okay, Giannis. Let's go, baby. Courtney Lee. Let's go. Hashtag Melo in the chat, niggas. What up, boy?
Oh, you bugging. Yo, Agent, anything you guys say about that front court in the West?
I don't know, to be honest. I think the front court's pretty straightforward. I hope DeMarcus gets in because there's too many times. I just feel bad for DeMarcus. His team, they're actually 8th in the Western Conference right now, which doesn't mean much considering they're only 15 and 20. But they're in the West, and he's performing better than Portland and New Orleans and Lakers, and Minnesota's been a fucking disaster this year, hasn't it? So yeah, go ahead and vote DeMarcus. And if y'all ain't gonna fuck with Zaza, I think DeMarcus is gonna get the votes from the media and outside the fans. But anyway, yeah, I hope I agree with you on that one, yo. I hope Russ, Harden, and KD have to play together. I want to see if KD even passes Russ the ball and vice versa. That should be funny.
Russ ain't gonna pass that man the ball. He gonna be like, nah, you got it. You get it. I'm selfish, right? Remember that shit?
Yeah, Twitter would be that day.
That should be OD lit. He'll be ball hogging. Like, nah, I'm selfish. Remember that, bro? I'm selfish, so I got it. don't worry about it. I got it. And what about to say? Oh yeah, for the people out there, just in case we miss snubs, DeAndre Jordan is in there, and I think he deserves it way more than Blake because Blake looks solid, but obviously with the injuries, he's going to be out. Rudy Gobert doesn't have a vote. Marc Gasol, he's not in there neither. So there's a good handful of front court players that aren't in there that I believe should be in there. But unfortunately, they probably going to have to rely on coaches, which I think actually all three of those players might actually make it off the coaching ballot itself. Draymond is kind of low, though, at 5th. But Anthony Davis is playing a full season this year, so it does seem like Draymond's going to get pushed back. And Carl-Anthony Towns is pretty high, 7th.
Yeah, real quick. Timberwolves are last in the West.
Last in the West, dead last in the West, and he is the 7th. He's the 7th in the front court. That makes no sense whatsoever. And then LaMarcus Aldridge is 8th, and he's on the second best team in the West. That's a joke. Matter of fact, LaMarcus, that's the second best team in the league. So that's a joke. That's a joke right now.
It is. Are they? They're the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
They got a second best record.
They're still 29-7 though.
Oh, his numbers are down a little bit.
I mean, his numbers is down, but are we doing numbers? Or are we doing?
Listen, man, I'm just saying. If you got a lot of people on from the Western Conference there, someone's gotta get snubbed. And that's Kawhi's team right now. Not saying Aldridge not great no more, but yeah. I think he's averaging 16 points, 15.
That's basically.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. It's cool though. I agree with you. He ain't that great no more. He trash. Let me stop. Get that LaMarcus Aldridge hate. I think so far though it makes sense. That Zaza thing is killing me though. I really don't want that to be a theme when it comes to all-star picking because that right there might be an issue for sure.
Only an idiot would vote for Zaza.
I voted for Zaza.
And there's a lot of idiots. You're an idiot, then.
But I think
idiot. This is funny, yo. It's funny like Shaq's funny to JaVale, bro. It's funny like Scalabrine is the GOAT, yo. It's just funny.
JaVale should have got the votes. JaVale should have got the votes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah,
Get
I
the
agree.
JaVale in there.
JaVale should be in the
Get
All-Star
JaVale in
game.
the All-Star. Get JaVale in the All-Star game. I'd much rather have JaVale in the All-Star. If I had to pick a Shaq and a full candidate, it'd be JaVale. It wouldn't be no
Can you
doggone.
imagine him Shaqtin' a fool on a Sunday is it in New Orleans this year? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as hell.
What did that have to do with anything you're saying?
This man,
What in New Orleans?
This man Tuchel said, you have to remember, Zaza has a whole country behind him. Nigga, well, what happened to the Raptors players?
Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas would be in if it worked like that.
Where's the countries at, bro?
Yeah, that's another one too. I feel like Valanciunas probably should have got more love as well.
And Jeremy Lin most definitely would be in China.
I mean, that's the only reason why he's in the conversation right now, because he has more votes than Kemba Walker, which is again a joke.
He's not entirely that though.
This Asian community.
By the way, Jeremy Lin's been having a good season. Like low-key been injured for a
No,
lot of
he
it.
has not. No, he has not.
You're making
He's
me
a
Google
starting
some Jeremy
point
Lin
guard.
stats.
No, he's a starting point guard on a bad team. Just because you get the ball more times than you normally do, that don't mean you playing good. That just means you get more touches.
Okay, Giannis.
He's still a backup playing starting right now.
I mean, he's shooting 47%, 14 points, and 6 dimes. But he only played 12 games, and he's only playing 25 minutes. So on 25 minutes, dropping 14 points. Like it's been a long year for that Jeremy Lin. He had so many injuries this year. He's back and came back, and he injured and back. But when he's healthy, he's actually really good. And on the garbage ass Nets, if you give Jeremy Lin a whole season, I honestly think I don't think he'd make. I think he'd graze it though. But if it was all up the votes, I think he'd
graze what the starting position.
No.
The starting position, yeah, you're right. He grazed the starting position.
You wouldn't even graze it. This is a
great starting position.
This is a freaking D-League team out there.
All this media and fans, 50% shit. That's only for the starting lineup.
The fan voting is always only for the starting lineup.
I thought it was the whole team, so it only matters for the first 5 players.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, nigga.
Vote then. I thought. Wow, I had this shit all. Okay,
it's always been that way. The rest of the team after the 5 players.
I know it's always been that way, but I thought now they did this whole 50% shit like it was the whole team.
No, the rest of the coaches get the rest of the votes.
That's crazy. Then it doesn't even matter if we vote. What the fuck?
I mean, not really, but because
like if I don't vote, Kyle Lowry might not get in. The coaches will vote him in though. So.
But he's going to get in. No, I mean, but players in the media, they're going to vote him in.
That's
true. If he doesn't get starting, and I doubt he'll get starting, the coaches are going to put him in. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like coaches are sitting there like, oh, we're not going to put the best players in the league, because that's what the same thing that the fans want to watch. The fans want to watch the best player in the league. So that's what they're going to put in, not just because they're enjoyable to watch, but because they are indeed the best players in the NBA. So I don't understand why fans get upset about that.
Adding people just because they're entertaining. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I want Blake Griffin in every All-Star game. That man is
I don't know.
That's trash. He can't play.
He's not really a dunker. I'll take DeAndre Jordan over dunking like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why DeAndre Jordan is in there. DeAndre Jordan should be in there.
Yeah.
And low key, the great Al Horford though, I have no idea why y'all bugging. I mean, put that in the
chat right now. Lie to you. He actually had a really good game today. He shot like 19 and 12, and the team actually they beat the 76ers, but still.
He shot 19 and 12? He shot 19 and
19 points, 12 rebounds. He shot 46%.
Oh, I was about to say.
I was like 76ers, but I'm low-key proud of my boy Al Horford right now, man.
Show up.
I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. I gotta see what this nigga Chauncey Billups has to say about this bum ass nigga.
Really? Oh, wow, that's you bugging. We're gonna move on though, because there's not really much left to say. For people out there who don't know, it's a lot of things that are going on in the NBA. High scoring games. Jimmy Butler dropped 50 not too long ago. You had James Harden drop 50 with a triple double. Then Isaiah Thomas put up 50 points. The question I think a lot of people are asking around the league now: where exactly does Isaiah Thomas rank amongst other great point guards? Is he top 5? Is he top 5 point guard agent?
We have Kyrie, we have Steph, we have Chris Paul, we have Dame, we have.
You will put Dame over. You put Dame over Isaiah Thomas. I mean, yeah, Isaiah Thomas.
I would, yeah. If you switch Isaiah Thomas on Portland and you put Dame, imagine Dame on Boston right now. That team would be crazy.
Yo, put it in the chat, people. Dame or Isaiah Thomas? Dame or Thomas? Put that in the chat.
I'll put Dame. And who'd be? I'm not. I think Kyle Lowry's having a better year. That's debatable too. Actually, it's not. Kyle Lowry's having a phenomenal year. But I mean,
Isaiah Thomas is having a phenomenal year too.
but yeah, they both are. They're both doing great. I don't know. The fifth one is contested, man. Like, who would you put in fifth? There is
Oh, wait, so wait, you don't count. Yeah, you're right. You don't count Harden as a point guard. So I forgot about that.
if we count Harden, it's already a GG. He's not top 5.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And let me scratch that question. Is he the second? He's only second, right? He the second best point guard in the East. Yeah, is he the second best point guard?
I might be a little biased, but because I watched Lowry plays, I already know Lowry's a fucking phenomenal player.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
I would
Lowry
edge Kyrie over him just because Kyrie's been developing like crazy.
Oh, Kyrie, I would say Kyrie first though. Kyrie's first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Kyrie
saying. I'll put Kyrie first, of course, because he's been developing like crazy the last few years. But I'll put Kyle second. But I mean, if we could just make it a tie, those two players are playing phenomenal. They both play on teams with a lot of support.
No, we don't make it ties. There's no such thing as ties.
I know what I'm saying is they're in similar situations. They have young guys in their team and then vets. They both have an opportunity to go far in the East. They're both looking to make trades before trade deadline. They both shoot phenomenal from 3. They both like to attack the hoop, even though they're undersized. Like, they're very similar players, which is why I like both of them. They're almost identical. I don't know who I'd put in front. Maybe my bias would say Kyle Lowry.
Yo, Waffle.
Well,
Second best point guard in the East. Excuse me. Second best point guard in the East. Is it not Isaiah Thomas?
it is Isaiah Thomas.
Woo! Speak that talk.
It's Isaiah Thomas, man. Listen. When you play the Boston Celtics, man, and every time the Knicks play them, I'm like, yo, who we gotta wear on this team? Who we gotta worry about on this team? Isaiah Thomas. That nigga, I don't know how he does it. 5'9", nigga shoots threes, gets to the rim, gets the foul call.
Yeah.
Averaging 27 points per game, just put up 50 points the other night. That man is a problem, man.
Isaiah Thomas is fun. But I mean, on a side note, Lowry did put up a 40-something point game the other day. And
But that's not 50.
But listen, man.
He's not. But Lowry would never have to put up 50. He'd sit the fourth quarter.
But see, Lowry
Exactly, because he has DeMar DeRozan.
Lowry has DeRozan. Isaiah Thomas is the DeRozan on this team.
Avery Bradley, he has now.
Okay, but who's the main guy on the team?
Come on, stop. Like, you need to cut that out. Because if
They
we
both
sat there
have a
and
ton of
said
support on their team. What are you talking
no,
about?
wait, but we just sat there and said that Avery Bradley's comparable to DeMar DeRozan, you would have a problem. So let's cut that out.
I mean, they both have their pros, though. Avery Bradley's a way better defender, and DeRozan's way better offensively. Yeah, I'm right. But, yo, on a side note, why the fuck is no one talking about George Hill this year? He's shooting 19 points, and he doesn't get many dimes.
He's hurt.
4 dimes.
He's hurt. That's why.
I know he's hurt, but the 13 – yo, he got off to such a phenomenal start in the year before his injury. It was crazy, man. He's shooting 54% from the field this year.
I don't know if it depends because he's not going to perform that well when everybody else is healthy. Like, he's not going to get those same touches when. So now Jordan.
Who's going to take it? Dante Exum?
Yeah, because when Gordon
Hayward's back now, and then Derek Favors will be back. Gordon Hayward wasn't there in the beginning of the season.
Regardless, I think if y'all haven't watched the Utah game all season, just try it. Derek Favors is back and he's healthier now. Their team is altogether a lot healthier than they were throughout the whole season. And I know they're not performing too well right now, but I think that's going to change. I don't know how we got to this, but
I don't know how you got to this. Now, just a look into it. Kyle Lowry 22, 23 points. Isaiah Thomas 27, 28 points. Probably actually just 28 points. Lowry 7 assists. Thomas 6.4. Lowry gets more rebounds though. Shoots better from the field. Shoots better from the 3. I don't know why though. Kyle Lowry shoots worse from the free throw line, which is kind of weird, and he gets more steals as well. So statistically speaking, outside of probably points and free throw percentage, which is weird, Kyle Lowry does look better
on field goal attempts. With Lowry, like if Lowry shot as much as Isaiah Thomas,
that is the stupidest thing in the world. I hate when people make that argument. It's the dumbest thing.
What I'm saying is, you guys, I mean, because the one big pro Isaiah Thomas is he scores more, but Lowry doesn't have to score more because he has DeRozan on the team.
So if Isaiah Thomas passed the ball, if Isaiah Thomas passed the ball as much as Kyle Lowry, then he would have way more assists, right?
He doesn't pass the ball as much.
He doesn't. What? He shoots more. He shoots more, so it's obvious that he doesn't pass the ball as much.
There's more than that. Those two options. There's other players on the floor.
So who else is on the floor is going to create their own shot on the Boston Celtics? That's the only reason why I say that Isaiah Thomas is better than Lowry.
Yeah, because I know what you mean. I get the argument. I'll edge Lowry, but I fucking love watching both those guys play. They're really fun to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's Kyrie, and I think it's you put.
Some people in the
money
chat
on
are saying John Wall, but I have John Wall on my fantasy team, so I kind of keep track of his numbers all year. And I've seen some of his games. John Wall is easily like top 3 talented in the East. His team just isn't performing at all. And I low-key feel bad for him because the Wizards management is fucking garbage. But I would have thought by now like he could at least carry them to like a for sure playoff team. And they're not for sure right now, which is maybe the reason why he's not in a lot of arguments like this. But would you put John Wall in top 5 though?
Top 5 in the East?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He's top 5. Well, before I say absolutely.
Top 5. How about top 5 in the league?
No, he's not top 5 in the league. No, absolutely not. I can say absolutely not to that. But top 5 in the East, you got those 3 players: Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Lowry, and Kyrie Irving. In no order, obviously. And then you have Kemba. No, but then you have Kemba too. So that makes it that's another player.
Reggie Jackson. And that's it.
Reggie Jackson.
No.
I was just shooting names because that's the next best person.
He's not even playing.
Yeah, you're right. I guess
there's nobody else.
No. What? I'm
just shooting names.
He's names. I guess so. Yeah, I guess. Am I missing somebody? No. Oh, I guess he's top 5. That's not really saying much because the East is terrible. So
yeah, it is.
I mean, y'all can take that. That's cool, but that don't mean much.
By the way, on a side note, John Wall and Beal have been playing really good together over the last few weeks. So I mean, I said they're not a for sure team, but they might be very soon.
Well, the East. Well, this is something also me and Adrian was talking about. We bounce back real quick back to what the East is going on right now. The Eastern Conference is so bad that literally, if the Boston Celtics go on like a 3-game losing streak, and the Bulls go on a 3-game winning streak, just 3 games, the Boston Celtics will be the 8th team in the East, and the Bulls will be the 3rd team. Like they can literally swap.
Celtics won today?
Like that.
Yep.
Oh, did they? Oh, did they win?
Yeah, they're like what? They're like 2 games behind the Cavs right now, right? Or 3 games?
Yeah, 5. I thought they're 5.5.
Nah, there'd be 5 games.
Or 5 games. Okay, yeah. I was saying 2 or 3.
Oh, they're 2 games behind Toronto then, right?
Yeah.
They 3 games behind Toronto, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They just won tonight.
2 games behind Toronto and 5 behind.
Okay, 2 games. Okay, all right. but it's still a huge gap between. It's still a pretty big gap between 3rd and 2nd, in my opinion. But 3rd and like 8th are relatively the same, almost damn near the exact same record. But from 4th or 6th, depending on where exactly Atlanta and the Bucks land, from 4th all the way down to like the 10th or 11th spot in the East, it's up for grabs. Like Orlando, if they really wanted to, they could be like, "Oh yeah, we'll push for the playoffs," and they can go on like a 2. They can go on a 2-game winning streak and be in the playoffs. They can go 2 to 3 game winning streak and they'll be in the playoffs, just like that. That's how bad the East is, where a bottom team could really make a decision. Oh yeah, we'll try to make the playoffs this year, and they'll probably make it. I've never seen the Eastern Conference this bad in my life, and I don't understand how people continue to overlook the fact that the Eastern Conference is god awful. It don't make no sense to me at all.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I don't know why it's not people's strategy to just play in the East. That was LeBron's strategy, and he's been in the finals every fucking year for a while. I would be doing that if I was an NBA player. Kevin Durant wins championships. I mean, well, it's a little different because he's stacked up on the best team and he's one of the best players. But if you're DeAndre and you're going to leave, you're not going to the Mavs. The fuck? You're going to the Eastern Conference. You know what I mean? I don't know why more people aren't doing that. Maybe they're afraid that the conferences might be abolished and they'll be stuck on a team for no reason.
No, they're afraid if they go to a team, it's still a poorly managed team. That's the reason why.
Yeah,
if I went to Eastern Conference team, I'd be like, I mean, we good. We may be good right now, but they fucking around make a stupid ass decision like trading Kyle Korver and Paul Millsap for nothing. Then yeah, we back to nothing. So what's the point then? I might as well just stay in the West. I had a better chance of doing something out there. So I think that's the biggest reason why nobody doesn't go to the East. It's just because the management is so poor.
Well, I mean, there's good management teams. Like Raptors are good, Celtics are doing good. Before Brian Colangelo,
you fucking kill me. Celtics are better than y'all, but okay.
They're not, but before Brian Colangelo took over the 76ers,
I don't know, they're getting hot.
Doing a good job.
They are. That team is way better managed than the goddamn Raptors.
Nah, they're not, but all right.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The Raptors.
I'm still trying to figure out when they get Isaiah Thomas.
Their scouts are doing phenomenal.
Exactly. You mean they got Isaiah Thomas for like a draft pick and an unknown player. Y'all bugging.
Yeah, I mean that's what we basically got.
They got Jay Crowder for Rondo. That team done got some sneaky picks, low key, and they got all them draft picks. That team is way better ran than y'all are.
You know, I'm happy for this. Low key, I don't even like the Celtics like that, but I'm happy because once the team kind of just fell apart after the big three, like I didn't know how long it was going to take them for them to like get back up. And maybe like it's 2017 now, so it's been a while. But
this game is trash. I can't take 2K. Fuck this shit.
But I think they did a good job rebounding. I think the Celtics are in the best position in the NBA right now. They have a good combination of young guys and talent. So we'll see. You said Boston's a really good managed team. If they can pull off this year and next year and turn into a championship contender, and I agree with you.
True. And real quick, Jay Crowder, y'all got to understand this. Jay Crowder was met with a whole bunch of fans, basically cheering Gordon Hayward. He took offense to it because obviously he's a small forward as well. Gordon Hayward possibly on the possibly out there, maybe looking for a new team in the free agency next year. Boston, obviously with the coach and not Jimmy Butler, but Gordon Hayward in Butler having some history that could potentially lead Gordon Hayward to go to Boston and eventually put Jay Crowder on the bench. So he obviously took offense to it. You got any problem with that or anything to say about that? Because I didn't really care less. It's a Boston Celtics. I still don't like the Boston Celtics. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, Boston Celtics, they're getting in the mood right now. Like, oh, who can we get in trade deadline? Are we going to get Millsap for nothing? It's just like Laker fans. They swear up and down. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on it though. It's just what Boston fans do. People exaggerate though. You say one small thing to a reporter, and people will blow that story up and clickbait you with articles. It's like, damn, relax.
Listen, man, if Jay Crowder wants to get out of Boston, man, I mean, we got a spot on the Nets roster for him, son. Come through.
The Nets?
Yeah, I thought you said the Nets too, but I know he meant the Knicks.
I'm at the Nets. The Nets need to become boom.
You said we though. You're a Nets fan now?
Nigga, I live in the state, nigga. I can't represent the state.
Whoa, you flip flop. I see what
you're not even a true Knicks fan.
You see how he hedged his bet. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm with the Nets too, man, just in case they blow up."
You represent all the New York teams, my nigga. What you mean?
I ain't never heard that in my life.
Hey, you never heard it in your life because you only got one team in your state, nigga.
So you fuck with the Jets?
Listen, man, when the Jets were in the playoffs with freaking Mark Sanchez and facing Tom
Brady,
man.
You're bugging.
Wait. So you fuck with the New York Islanders?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh man,
I haven't watched hockey.
You're bugging. I can't believe you even consider watching the Jets. Hey, we about to wrap this up. James Harden, Russell Westbrook. We're about halfway. I think next week will be halfway through. But James Harden, Russell Westbrook seems like those are the only two legitimate players in the conversation of winning MVP. Of course, you can throw in LeBron James. You may be able to throw in D'Angelo Russell here and there. But who do y'all think is going to come out? Who do y'all think right now?
You said D'Angelo Russell?
Can you? I'm talking. This is a quick input, right quick. Who y'all think might win the MVP? Who y'all got?
If Harden doesn't win it, I'm fighting somebody.
Why can't what if Russ win it though?
No, Westbrook doesn't deserve it like Harden deserves it. Westbrook is doing like Kobe in 07. This shit is fun to watch because it's like how much can he fucking carry? Can he make this playoff team even remotely successful? Like I think that's fun to watch. I like watching that. But this boy Harden turned a team last year that was just garbanzo. It was obliterated. They lost Dwight Howard. We're like, how is this team going to rebound? They picked up some other players like Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon here and there. And they got a nice-ass coach that knows what the fuck he's doing. They're running a unique offense, and teams just can't keep up the pace.
Not. Oh, my God.
I love it, man.
Stop it.
I'm looking for a Kobe replacement in my life. All right, there's a huge void in my life because Kobe's gone.
Who? James Harden?
It might be fucking James Harden, man.
Shut the fuck.
It might be James Harden. He might be my.
No, it's not.
You might have to
stop.
I think Harden's gonna win the MVP unless something happens. If it continues at this pace, Harden wins.
Man, shut the fuck. Yo, Waffle, go ahead and say something.
Listen, man, I got D'Angelo Russell winning the MVP, guys.
There you go.
This man came back, shooting lights out, icy in his veins, swaggy P. Jordan Clarkson with the little shimmy shake. Y'all already know. Nah, but for real, Harden is the best player in in
what?
Texas. In Texas, boy.
Okay,
He said in Texas.
But Harden is by
I
far
wouldn't
better than
even
Westbrook.
say that. I wouldn't say that, but you got it.
Kawhi?
You got it. Kawhi's
Nah, you know what Harden's doing, and you could basically, I'm putting the Rockets the second team in the Western Conference. What Harden is doing is phenomenal. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This guy, they don't even preach defense, and he's still balling out there. This man just dropped 50 points.
He can play like this, man.
He dropped 50 points, about 14 rebounds, 14 assists. Like, when's the last time you seen a player do that? When?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Exactly, and you weren't even alive for that. You were dead. Not even you weren't even alive.
I was dead. Wow.
Yo, the other day when he got over 55 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists, I said, "Yo, this is a player I've been waiting for, ain't it?" Because since Kobe's been gone, I've been missing out, man. I need a chucker. I need a chucker to watch that can bang and hit clutch shots, and on a team that can win. I'm not you know what's crazy is I have an uncle in Houston, and we almost went to a game if they didn't get kicked out of the playoffs. I would love to see that live, man. If I could see Harden play live, man, that'd be crazy. If he ever hits Toronto, let me go check right now.
Yeah, let me be clear about something, because I see some people. Some people might throw the hate my way, or call me a hater. What Harden is doing is fantastic, and I'm not trying to knock him. And I do believe he should win MVP. I don't think it's clear cut as maybe they believe it is. But I'm gonna tell people right now, for the people out there who put asterisks on those players who played in the 50s and 60s, and don't put no asterisk on none of these players right now, y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging, because the way that the NBA is played and the way that some of these players are playing their style in their teams, it's obviously predicated for them to put up crazy numbers. And if you don't see that, then you're bugging.
It's just the pace is faster, but if you level out the pace using offensive or defensive rating, you can make some comparisons. It won't be entirely accurate because you're averaging, but I agree with you. It's a faster pace. You can't turn around and be like Harden's better than some legends just because he dropped 55 points because they put more shots up over the course of a game.
Hello?
And maybe he'll shoot more volume of shots, but it's still impressive, man.
All I'm saying is, if I come out and I say that Wilt Chamberlain is a top 3, top 4, top 5 player in NBA history, I don't need to hear nobody telling me, "Oh my God, look at the time frame period he's played in. Look at all the possessions that he had." I don't need to hear nobody saying that to me.
Yo,
I don't see
crazy?
none of that.
On January 8th, Harden is coming to Toronto, bro.
How much are them tickets though?
Starts at 50, so good seats will probably be like 200 something.
Jesus Christ. Yo, that's all I'm saying though. I still think Harden and Westbrook are obviously the front runners for MVPs, and if they don't get it, then obviously it can always go to LeBron James. But all I'm just saying is, with the numbers that some of these players are putting up, just keep in mind their possessions that they have. Keep in mind the way the style of play of basketball is had right now. Keep in mind there is no hand checking whatsoever, and keep in mind the coaches that some of these players have, because there's a reason why James Harden is putting up these numbers that he's putting up, because of the coaching and the playing style they have going on in Houston. Again, numbers are still great. He's still doing what he needs to be doing to winning games, and I for sure didn't think they would be this high in the standing, so I applaud him for that. And if I had a vote, yeah, obviously I would give him the MVP. But I just if I make a video tomorrow saying that Wilt Chamberlain is a top 3, top 5 player of all time, I don't need to hear nothing about, oh my God, he played in this era, he played in that era, and they used to run up the score back then, and they didn't really have that much talent. They didn't really play defense back then. Like, I don't need to hear none of that. Because the way that the basketball game is playing right now, I was looking at Houston and OKC going back and forth. Russell Westbrook is like just walking by people, and everybody's like, "Oh man, there he go." All right, let's go. All right, let's get back on defense. Let's get back on offense. Let's go. Then Steven Adams. Oh man, there goes somebody else. Let's get back to Russ. And they just run it back and forth. I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's no defense being played whatsoever. Crazy.
Is that what it is now, right?
But,
no defense NBA, all offense, outscore the other team.
Practically. They just need to add hand checking back in the game, and it'll change. Y'all start to see.
Do you want that though?
Yes. Here's the thing I don't understand. I don't understand why people get upset if I sit there and say they need to take away games from some of these players. They need to take away teams, or they need to move some things around. And people get upset at me like, yo, that'll mess up the statistical historic relevancy of all these other players in different eras. You can't just do that because this player played with 82 games and this player is going to play with 75 or yada, yada, yada. And it's like they've already changed things to change the numbers. They've already done this already. So the numbers don't have nothing to do with it. I'm just trying to have the best basketball out there. And zone defense is irrelevant now. The way that the NBA is working, zone defense is irrelevant because everybody can shoot the ball and space it out. So it's practically back to 1v1, and you're playing the same way that they played back in the 80s and 90s. And the reason why people didn't like it back then is because how ball dominant and heavy it was. So if you're going to change the rules for them because they dominating too much, you changing the rules for Barkley and Shaq because they dominating too much in the lane. When they going to change the rule for these players? Because it don't make no sense to me.
But I mean, the reason why they changed it is so that by the way, the NBA wants a faster paced game. They don't want none of this fucking hack a Shaq, hack a Dwight. They don't want that shit. The faster the game is, the more interesting it is to new people, and the more the NBA grows. And so that's why they made the changes. The NBA recognized the faster the game is, the more interesting it is people going to want to watch it more. And I mean, more sports are going to make the adjustment. But unlike like MLB, people don't care nearly as much for NBA records. Like, people will live and die for those MLB records, which is why the steroid thing is fucking people up heavy. But in the NBA, the league isn't nearly as old as some of these other leagues. So the records don't mean as much. So if they make rule changes now, like people, I mean, the people like you will get kind of low-key cheesed, but like for the most part, we're like, all right, man, we get to see some more exciting games, right?
I guess I just feel like for the people, I just want to just be sure. And I'm not like knocking them. That's cool what they're doing. And again, applauding James Harden. But I just want to be extremely clear. The reason why certain players are putting up numbers that they're putting up is just because the way that the game is being played right now. And for the people out there, defenses have become more sophisticated, but in the same realm, depending on what team you're playing, you're back to playing the same defense that they played in the 80s and 90s, which is just one-on-one man-on-man defense, pick and roll, just trying to get into the lane, and then help has to come because there's no such thing as hand checking no more. You can't get physical with nobody. So
I like it better that way, to be honest.
I know. Again, it's cool. It's cool. I just don't need to hear nobody. I don't need nobody saying that Gary Payton isn't as great as some of the players in today's NBA because look at his stats. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that's an impossible comparison to make because, I mean, outside of even the rule changes, the way basketball is played, like just not even just the tempo. Because, for example, like if you're an NBA player and you go to EuroLeague, very different. They shoot a lot of three ball, a lot of off ball movement. So, I mean, just in the same state from the 90s till now, the game is played differently. So, I mean, people who make that argument just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's impossible to make that comparison without making a bunch of assumptions that make your argument inaccurate.
But then also I want to say as well, because they do change the rules to make sure it prevents certain players from dominating, consistently finding ways around the rules. So again, they change the rules for big men so they can't just dominate down low, and it's always, they have a huge advantage over everybody else. They put in zone defense. They made sure they weren't allowed to back down for a specific amount of time, 5 seconds or more, which Giannis did anyway. And then they made sure that they weren't able to just stand in the lane. So that's cool. That leveled it out and that gave it a balance because
in real life patches, bro. Players. Patch 7 in real life.
I'm just saying this. I'm waiting for the patch for 2017. That's all I'm saying.
You in that 2017?
What patch is there for 2017?
I think you need that. I think if you bring back hand checking, I think it levels it back out again.
No, stop.
They're still gonna get their numbers.
That's what I'm saying. They still gonna get their numbers, but I think it levels it out though. I think hand checking would level it out, and I think it would actually aid some of the defensive players as well.
You know what's crazy? Is they really did do some in real life patches, bro. They saw Charles Barkley just posting up for a fucking century. They gave him an in real life patch, and he said,
yeah.
And then they noticed Michael Jordan was shoving people off of him, and then they did an in real life patch, and now that's an offensive foul, although it's not really called much. That's crazy to me. Yeah, they are patching people IRL.
They patch players in the 90s. They were like, nah, you Iverson, all that crossover shit. Nah, we patching that. You can't be cross playing like that. That's a carry now. What you doing? That's a carry now. Shaq, we putting zone defense in the game, boy. You doing too much, boy. That's an in real life patch, yo. But
gotta find a way to stop them players.
Wait, say it again.
Which one?
You. What'd you say, Wolf?
I just said you gotta find a way to stop the dominant players, right?
But if the rules are set for them to dominate, then it doesn't really change anything.
That'd be some. You'd be a real fucking serious patch if they move the 3-point line back on some done. That would be a serious patch.
I don't believe that. I don't understand why it's not. I don't understand why that's not a bad. I think that's a logical. I think we widen the.
Just add a 4-point line. That's it.
No, I think they need to widen. No, that's stupid. They need to widen the court a little bit and then like bring the 3-point line back. Like they moved the 3-point line in the 90s twice. So I don't understand what's the big deal. Like they've done this before. For the people that act like they haven't like changed rules drastically in the middle of the decade, they've done it before. So I don't understand why. Like if I bring this up, everybody's like, "Oh my god, that's too much." Like they've done this throughout the entire league's history.
Yo,
man. So I don't understand. It's not that big of a deal, and we've gone almost like 10 years now without any major patches. So they need to get an update and give us a patch.
In the chat said they patched All-Star voting, bro.
No, that's not.
They patched All-Star voting this year, man, so that we can't put in Zaza in the All-Star game.
No. That's done.
Anyway,
I think that's something we've done for the week. Oh, real quick, who would you take? Over the players. If you had to pick, you had to run and everybody in the chat, you can answer this as well. Put in the comment section below if you're watching post live. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you click on the links in the description to all of our channels and Twitter pages. But who would you pick out of the new and upcoming players? Karl-Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, Porzingis, or Giannis? And we'll end on this. Who would you pick?
Giannis, easy.
Yeah, I might have to go Giannis too.
Wow.
Giannis.
No, stupid. I'm picking that young boy, Karl-Anthony. I'm not Karl-Anthony Towns, Porzingis. Silly.
What? You chose the worst option.
I don't know about.
He's not the worst. He's not the worst option. Embiid is the worst option.
Come on, Embiid is the worst option. Yeah, and that was killing me too. I saw
Embiid's his rookie year.
First of all, I saw
Embiid's gonna be anyway.
First of all, how old is Embiid anyways? How old is he?
Like 27. Let me stop.
Like 27.
That's a good question because he's been out for like 3 years now.
No, he hasn't. He played 1 year in Kansas and then he was injured his first year.
How old is this nigga? I need to find out right now.
Yeah, I need to know. He's 20. He's 22, looking at 23.
22.
Like, he's Kyrie. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's been out for.
Well, he's been out for.
He's been out for like 2-3 years. He was a first round pick in 2014, so he's out 3 years. He was out 3 years.
Yeah. Well, it's 2017 just started, so 2 years. Come on.
So 2 years then. Okay. So I don't know if, in my opinion, you don't know what you're gonna get with him because it's still a risk of injury. He's still playing limited minutes. He's out actually right now with the injury. So, or what is it? I don't know if it's an injury or he's playing limited minutes.
He's trying to get some time off. Chill with Rihanna for a bit, something light.
And all I'm saying is, if you having to constantly deal with injuries with him, then I'm not getting Joel Embiid. I'm not. Like everybody keeps saying, like, oh my god, look at me points he's putting up in 25 minutes. Y'all need to realize there's a reason why he's only playing 25 minutes. There's a reason why he's playing 25 minutes.
They can work him into the lineup is one of the reasons.
Wait, say it again?
Just like Wiggins or Cat, like they didn't just get thrown in. It took them a while to earn the minutes.
But there's a difference between Wiggins and Cat because they came in legitimately straight out of college. Like Embiid has been like practicing and he's been preparing himself up until this point for 2 years now. Not only that, it's not like it's that many other options that the Philadelphia Sixers have anyway. So him getting 25 minutes is suspect. I'm just saying it's suspect. I understand his numbers look good, but there's a reason why he's playing limited minutes. Until he start playing 30-plus minutes, I will see that before I jump to a conclusion that he's the best one out of that list, or he's not the worst, excuse me. I don't know. I think I would either go with Porzingis or Towns though. I think Giannis is OD right now. He's phenomenal, but the way that Porzingis and Towns play, that's a huge mismatch. Just like Giannis is a huge mismatch.
Giannis is a huge mismatch. Jesus,
yeah, Giannis is a huge mismatch.
Nah.
He's a huge huge mismatch. God damn.
Yeah, he's a huge mismatch. Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm gonna rock
That's
with
crazy. You would take that's. Well, you said Porzingis first or Cat?
I said Porzingis. I was just joking, but I'll probably. Well, the thing is, Cat is playing kind of suspect.
His
But
team is 11 wins, last in the West. That is suspect.
Okay.
Wait, didn't Wiggins drop 41 points this game or one of the last games?
But the defense is still. Let's be clear. That man. What's his name? Tibbs. He got like 10 to 20 more games before I start looking at Tibbs like, I don't know about what you're doing.
Yo, did you guys see the play where Ricky Rubio was trying to inbound the basketball, but nobody was there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo,
that
got a 5-second violation. Yo, that man Tibbs was like, what the hell's going on over here?
I saw that. But I don't I don't understand why he's still playing Wiggins. I mean, why is he still playing Rubio? I don't get that.
Wiggins did drop 41 today. You were right.
Yeah. Also,
why is he? I don't know. That'd be OD if they lost.
Rubio needs to leave the NBA. Trash.
Yeah, Rubio. It's funny because when I first met y'all, you was like, "Yo, you're crazy. Rubio should be playing. Oh my god, you're crazy." And now look at y'all.
No, I remember saying I think he should be traded. And then I thought the Knicks could trade him.
Yeah, they still lost. They still lost. Yep, it's crazy. They lost.
I know they lost. Wiggins dropped 41, shooting 50. Crazy.
Jesus, they lost to the fucking Wizards too. The Wizards dropped 112.
Yeah,
that defense is suspect. Jesus.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I forgot to do my starting lineups for fantasy. I had John Wall drop 18 assists and Wiggins dropped 41, both on the bench. Fuck me.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I quit.
And then Town. I quit fantasy too, low key. Towns had only 18 points, 10 rebounds, shoot 41% from the field. Damn, like that's too. It's too inconsistent. I said this. I think I kind of sort of said it, but even I might have jumped to conclusions. Like people always talk about like how Towns' numbers were comparable to like Shaq in his rookie year and all these great players. Towns' rookie numbers are also comparable to Elton Brand. So it ain't like it's just only all-time great players are posting up the numbers that he posted.
Nobody even talks about Elton Brand no more.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody don't talk about Elton Brand. Nobody don't even talk about how his numbers did compare to Elton Brand in his rookie season. So let's be clear about that. I just need to be clear on how people might not need to jump to conclusions at all. But anything else we got to say though? Because I didn't look in the chat. Who did y'all put in the chat? Did y'all put Giannis? I see a couple Giannis. I see one Embiid. That's crazy. See some Porzingis. See some Cats. I see a lot of Giannis. So y'all fucking with Giannis. I mess with him too. I like Giannis.
Is Giannis the most overrated? Let me chill. No, he's not.
I overlook Giannis. I overlook Giannis too many times. I overlook Giannis way too many times. I think that's it. Yeah. Let's end on this. Who do you think is the most overrated player in the NBA right now? Let's end with some controversy. Go ahead and say names. Go ahead and say names right now. Go ahead and finish. Say matter of fact, in your concluding statement. Shout out to all the people who still in the chat. We can give y'all little controversy before we end the video.
Oh, I can.
Agent, go ahead and give your concluding statement. Who's the most overrated player in the NBA?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who's the most overrated.
I got my pick. Go ahead.
Go ahead then, Waff. I'll do mine after you then.
Oh man, y'all gonna hate me. Some of y'all might hate me, but listen, man. I keep telling y'all niggas don't understand. Y'all need to watch the games and really see what's going on, man. But low key, hey, y'all niggas don't stop it with that Derrick Rose nonsense out of this bitch, my nigga. If y'all niggas don't cut it out, you freaking crazy ass nicknames and you former Bulls fan, y'all cut it out, bro. Listen, I like Derrick Rose some games. He's cool. Y'all niggas need to chill, bro. Like, just chill out. And, stop voting him to the All-Star game, man. God damn.
For real.
Jesus, bro. Y'all niggas is tripping. STG, shout out to STG, but y'all, you gotta chill, nigga. Like, nobody needs to know no reaction video reacting to this guy with his basic ass layup. Well, not basic, but, I mean, come on. Chill out, bro. Chill out. I mean, it's not even like Derrick Rose didn't play the entire fourth quarter today. What? Where's he at? Exactly.
It's funny too because I think the Knicks are gonna throw him some money. If they had Drew Holiday, nobody would be saying this. Nobody would be like, oh my God, we got Holiday. But because it's Rose, everybody's crazy.
I go crazy over.
And I almost you had who?
I like Holiday, man. I mean, it's,
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. I think I would much rather have Holiday over Rose just simply because of the contract situation. So I don't understand why people be jumping to conclusions, but you know, it is what it is. You're go ahead, say what you guys say, Asian. Go ahead and speak that overall. I mean, that overrated talk.
Ooh, man, I'm about to piss a couple motherfucking people off today. I don't know about no most overrated, but some overrated people. I'm gonna drop some names real quick. Porzingis,
Jesus.
man,
Yo,
overrated.
stop.
What?
Stop, you fucking.
I'm gonna throw John Wall's name in there.
Woo!
John Wall right there, man.
Give that man Agent the hate in the chat.
Wow.
Low key, I'm gonna have to throw in Bledsoe's name in there too. That man came back, did nothing for the team. Harrison Barnes.
Team is trash though. That team is trash.
Man,
Harrison Barnes and that whole Minnesota organization.
Barnes?
Here we go, bang.
Yeah, low key that whole Minnesota team. I'm gonna follow him with that Minnesota because that Minnesota team was highly overrated. Even I fell for the hype, so fuck my life.
kill yourself.
Yeah, for real, kill myself. That just had to play in my head about overrated. Oh, Paul George.
Oh, how did I forget Paul George?
I'll put Paul George on my list.
Paul George. I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning of the season, I was all in on Paul George. I bought Paul George stock for real. I bought that Paul George stock, and I was like, "Oh, it's about to be done. I'm gonna have bragging rights for a good little minute about Paul George." And then he just failed me, so I'm trying to sell my Paul George stock. Anybody want Paul George stock? Let me know. I'll throw it to you for the low price.
Paul George stock. I just need old man Bird, to stop managing that team, and we're good.
A word. True. We got a spot on the roster for you, Paul George.
It's still the same offensive team. It's just they lost all their defense without Vogel.
Yeah, that's extremely questionable.
Nah, man, get out of that organization. Paul George, come on to New York, boy. Come on to the Nets.
I'm not saying you said the Nets. You killing me. I'm not saying you're a bad player. I'm just saying it's a lot. What'd you say?
I out-triggered Waffle. Like, the John Wall really got to people, man.
Yeah, I know. Did I see the John Wall? Yeah, the John Wall thing is OD. And oh yeah. Also, Blake Griffin, crazy overrated. Because I'm gonna tell people right now, the Clippers might have really messed themselves up. They might have really just wasted like 5 years. That is ridiculous. That man Blake Griffin might have really just screwed them, especially with that injury. Yeah. Paul George is top 5 what?
Overrated.
Yo.
Top 5 overrated.
Small forward. He's a top 5 small forward. Yeah, you right. He's top 5 small forward, but he no top 5 player in the NBA. Go ahead and say y'all conclude. No, he's not top 5 in no. He top 5 small forward.
Wait, hold on. Is he?
PG is not. Paul George is not better than Kawhi. Wait. Let's. That's a good question. So we got LeBron, Kawhi, KD, Giannis. If you give me one more player.
Wait, Kawhi? Didn't you say Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I said Kawhi, KD, LeBron, Giannis. So that's 4.
I'll bet. I guess he is.
Y'all can put one more name in the chat. He might not even be top 5.
Some people put Melo. There was another.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a small forward, so he's not even top 5 anymore.
Damn.
Is he not top? Damn, Paul George, you fell off, man. Man, homie. Right, in high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? What happened to you, Paul George? How you let that happen? Some people put Gordon Hayward. I can't say Gordon Hayward just yet. But Butler, man. Butler. Let me see Butler real quick before we wrap this up. Y'all go ahead and say y'all concluding statements, man. Yeah,
I think I just did. But I'll catch you guys later. I'm about to record a little something. So thanks for coming through. Just try not to get so fucking sensitive about opinions. And I'll catch you guys later.
Fuck that man John Wall, right?
Yep.
Y'all already know. If you want to see Paul George in action tomorrow, he's facing the Knicks again, so he's going to be a good matchup. Last time the Pacers took an L. See if the Knicks could come back and grab this W after Melo hit a game-winning shot tonight versus Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks. Whoa, my bad. But what was I going to say? I was going to say I haven't eaten all day, but we got a Knicks video incoming tomorrow. Hashtag,
Fuck
hashtag,
Derrick Rose, right?
hashtag, yeah. You know, Derrick Rose is cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. Paul George, you know, you trash. But we about to be eating good tonight, bro. Haven't eaten yet. You know, just gonna chillax.
Haven't
You know?
eaten yet. Jesus Christ. Hey, looking at their numbers, they're actually pretty comparable. Paul George is actually having a pretty good stretch of games. So we'll see about Paul George next week. I can't definitively say though he's a top 5 player. I mean top 5 small forward. And I felt like at the end of last year I could say that. So things have changed a little bit. He's actually conversations between him and Kawhi Leonard who was better. But
What's he got? 22 points per game?
22 and Jimmy has 25. I think Jimmy shoots better from the field. I'm pretty sure Jimmy shoots better from the field, but Paul George shoots way better from behind the arc as well. So it's up in the air. And on top of that, Indiana's back in the playoff race, but the East is so doggone garbage. The Orlando Magic, the Orlando Magic are in the playoff race. So I don't really know what exactly that means.
22.6. Hold up, I gotta just peep something.
He's 20, and then Jimmy Butler's 25.2, I believe. But yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching and everybody who was watching. I think at some point we had over 200. I think we had over 210 people, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to you all. The podcast is consistently growing. That's what I'm talking about. We get another 10K on this goddamn podcast. That would be the move. We be out here jugging on this podcast. That's what's up. Make sure you vote for the All-Star game because 50%. I guess that counts. So make sure you go vote in the All-Star game. Make sure you want to see your fair player out there because I guess at the end of the day, it really don't matter because you're still going to be overwhelmed by the rest of the people who vote and the media and the teammates. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
This thing said Porzingis is overrated. What?
Porzingis not overrated. Yeah, he's bugging. And shout out to my two lovely co-hosts, I guess. Make sure y'all go in the comment section below, not comment description, and you click on their links to their Twitter and their to their Facebook and their MySpace and their Black Planets and their Christian Mingles accounts. And I'll see y'all next week. But the new video is dropping tomorrow about Paul Millsap and where I believe he should go. Because I still ain't tell y'all where I think he should go, and it ain't no Eastern Conference team because that's silly. That's silly.
Nah, Lo, you want to make a bet?
I'm not saying what they're going to do. I'm just saying where he should go.
No, I'm down to make a bet. I think he's going to the Raptors.
He's not going anywhere.
If he does, that's dumb. That's stupid.
I'll bet on it. I bet you 20 he goes to the Raptors.
I'm not betting on stupidity. What the fuck? I'm not about to bet on a stupid team. But I think just as a sneak peek, I think he should go to Utah. I think they should trade him to Utah. I think Utah is a way better team for him to get traded to. Somebody just said in the chat too. Somebody just said in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You trade Derek Favors, you trade a whole bunch of other people. I'm gonna say it's in my video.
Utah's not gonna win this year. Millsap's gonna be gone, right? So do you want to do that if you're Utah?
But if you're Millsap, where else are you going? It's either it's a few teams.
You might go for money. He's not. You can't assume.
I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going for money. I mean, he's at a situation to where there's enough. Money is money. He's going to get money.
Garbage. Remember the 2 years in the player option when Atlanta wasn't nice? He might just be going for money. Who knows? But whichever team pays him most.
I think he's good. I think he's a great enough player, and multiple players are getting money regardless. So I can't wrap it up by saying he's going for money. But Utah, I think they're in a situation to be propelled into the top 3 in the Western Conference if they actually go for that move. And especially from a team that started off slow, not because they weren't good, but because of injuries.
Right. You bet 20 on Utah. I bet 20 on Raptors.
I'm not betting on stupidity.
No, the bet has been made, bro. We should
never made. Yo, everybody, y'all are my witnesses. I never said anything about.
I think you're afraid, bro, because I know I'm almost certain he's gonna go to the Raptors. I know the Raptors.
You're making it seem like he has a choice. It's upon the Atlanta Hawks.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, can you? I just want you to. Can you just predict? Can we predict together?
Yo, this man in the chat, yo, why you scared, Lo? Huh? Bet on. Yo, fucking.
I know the Raptors are gonna make a move, and I know they're going hard for Millsap, and I know Millsap might be unloaded. Now, the Korver thing is really the trigger for me. That's what I think. He could go to another team. I just have a good feeling he's gonna go to the Raptors.
I don't. It just depends on what they got.
All right, go ahead and end the pod, man. We bet 20 on it.
Wow, y'all are bugging. I'm not betting. I think he can go to Toronto as well. But y'all see my video tomorrow, and peace.